You know how you have to go and you have to go to 20, 30 different resources to get everything that you need to really put together the most powerful listing presentation or buyer's package? Well, now with this new service, and the service is called Gridics, you're going to have it all in one place, and I'm so excited that we have their trainer with us here today, and we have the president of the company here with us today also. But guys, you are absolutely going to love Gridics. Please welcome Ben Hoffman from Gridics.
So Gridics is a real estate data and analytics platform. So before everybody falls asleep, that's pretty exciting because you can know more than anybody. So Gridics kind of approach it from a different standpoint than Zillow and typical other real estate websites do right now. We have extremely accurate data. We have billions of pieces of data about the South Florida real estate market working for you in one interface. So we're taking MLS data, county records, recorded sales, permits, schools, everything in one spot. We also sanitize the MLS data, so we cross-reference it with the county records and recorded sales and correct any mistakes that agents may make while inputting a listing. So that results in corrected address, folio number, lot size, and property size. We ran a basic test, and you can see that Gridics data is 97% accurate, while the MLS data tends to be around 85%. We brought everything together, and I ran a basic search for you guys today so you can see what Wynwood looks like right now. I picked Wynwood just because it's kind of the buzzword topic areas of Miami today. And I just did a basic property record search. It shows that we have 2,600 properties in Wynwood right now. And you go to the first screen and you see a graph of when all the properties in Wynwood were built. So this is all property types, residential, industrial, land, everything. And on that table below, I broke it down into property types, which you can change. You can change the graphs and those tables. It's kind of hard to read there. But then you can change the types of graphs. So I changed the pie chart to show mainly it's residential. You see the blue. The darker blue is commercial, government-owned properties, and so forth. And I broke everything else down there to show you very specific data on what kind of types of properties are in Wynwood. Something that's never really been able to have been done before, which I did. I used to go to imap.com, pull all the data down into a Excel spreadsheet, try to graph it out and show people what trends are looking like, to kind of like a Bloomberg terminal basically for real estate. And it took at least an hour, and I'm awesome at it. With this, it took 2 clicks, and you have a graph like this showing you. I did it back to the year 2000. We have data going all the way back to the 70s, which nobody really needs, but it's kind of fun to see. And you can show buyers and sellers what's going on in a given market, especially a place like Wynwood that's so crazy. This is industrial sale trends. And you can see what's going on in the recent years where people are paying $600, $700, $800, even $1,000 per foot for industrial properties in Wynwood because they're knocking it down and building on them. And then you can switch the search. So this is switching to a specific property type. I did residential properties. You see they were all built in 2007, as we know. And here's the residential price chart. Now this is pulling directly from the county recorded sales. So you know it's as accurate as it gets. On-market, off-market transactions, everything. The black lines is quantity, and the yellow lines is median price per square foot. And you can see there that hump in 2007, and then the fun times, the roller coaster down, and we're back up again. This is pulling from the MLS data now. I switched the graph again to show the difference between asking price and closing price. Asking price is the blue line, closing price is the red line. So we can kind of see how much people are negotiating. It's always helpful to show buyers and sellers this. It's always difficult as an agent to bridge that gap. Sellers want X amount of dollars, buyers only want to spend X amount of dollars. This really helps kind of bridge that gap and show them this is the actual data. There's really no arguing with these numbers because it's all the data that's out there. This is the residential rental trends in Midtown. Again, pulled from the MLS. Yellow lines are quantity, the blue line is price per square foot. And we can do this type of search for an area, a building. We can type in a development name and get really, really specific on the comps. And it's incredibly easy to do. All this data is exportable. You can make reports. I exported the comps for rental trends just for a couple of the condo buildings in the area, and this is exactly what it kicked out. I really didn't modify it at all. It shows price per square foot, how many trades happened, what the median is, what the average is, what the sizes look like. It takes a lot of time away from you going through and building these things on your own. It's a couple clicks away and it happens. Now, you have all this data. It's how do I leverage it to make money in my deals? How do I actually find opportunities? A lot of people use buzzwords like, oh, you use this to find opportunities. This tool is so powerful, to actually use it to find those opportunities can be difficult to identify. Using a homestead exemption checkbox, which most people probably don't think about, on the left-hand side, I applied a filter to the Wynwood area. Show me all properties that have no homestead exemption. So those are properties typically owned by investors that are either renting out their properties and people that are not living in them. To qualify the homestead exemption, you have to live in your property and show proof of residence. So by doing that, I see all the owners. I pivoted the table below to show all the specific owner names. I can even get the owners' addresses, and then I can download a new Excel sheet and send mailouts to these owners, to these investors, and see if they want to buy, or maybe they want to sell, depending on what's going on in the area. Another really cool major side of Gridics is the Newsfeed. We take all the news from all the blogs, the Real Deal, X-Miami, South Florida Business Journal, the newspapers, and we have people that go through and geotag and categorize all the news. So you can search by news as it relates to an area, a building, a type. Right here, I pulled all the news articles that relate to Wynwood. That's 252 news articles. You can sort it by new development. I can say, show me all news articles about what's going on in the area, and boom, it'll show you all. That's awesome for listing presentations, for offering memorandums if you're a commercial broker, show what's going on in the area, how exciting the area is. Here's exactly what's going on in the area. We even have a developments tab that breaks down individual developments. I just typed in Midtown 4 as an example. You can type in any condo development in Miami. You see it shows you how many active sales there are, how many sales have closed in the past 12 months, how many active rentals there are, what the median price per square foot has been. And as you scroll down, it'll tell you who the active agents are in the building, who has active listings, what schools are nearby. And I search by schools as well, so we see all the schools that are in Wynwood. What's different about this platform is with the results you get, you can then pivot and search by your results. So say, for example, I search by 8 schools. I have 8 schools in the area. I pick one. And from that school, I can use that as a search point and show me all properties that are within a half mile of this property. Show me all rentals that are within a half mile of the school. Show me everything as it relates to this school. Another data set we have is permits. Permits is showing alcohol and tobacco permits, lodging permits. We're working on building permits. We just put in HOA permits. And again, it's all this information is being thrown at you. How do you use it? With permits, I think it's really interesting to show people how a neighborhood is changing. We ran a study on Wynwood and saw that in the last 12 months, there's been a 400% increase in liquor license pulled in the preceding 4 years. So it really gets people excited about a given area, and you can show them specifically what's happening. Commercial realtors can use this to see maybe if there's deals to be done. What permits are expiring? I pulled what permits are expiring within the next 12 months, and there's 12 of them. And not only does it show us where they are, it shows us who they are, where they're located, what their addresses is, what the company names are. I can go out and do a mail out to them by downloading this to Excel and mailing all of the owners and telling them maybe you need a new place to lease. Maybe I mail the property owner and say, can I lease your space for you when this liquor license expires? Maybe they want to sell. Transit. We also have transit information. In searching in Wynwood, there is 57 transit stops in Wynwood. And again, like I said before, we can then pivot it back and switch and search by a single transit stop. So I said, pretend I work at this address in the center of Wynwood. I want to live somewhere that's within 10 minutes of public transit ride of this address at 9 a.m. in the morning. And I click apply, and it shows me all the properties that I can get to within a 10-minute transit ride at 9 in the morning. And then we can go again and see all the active rentals that are within that area, the active sales, the sale price trends, and all the corresponding data that I've been talking about. We can use that as a base for a search. Here's all the rental listings that are within that area that I showed you within a 10-minute ride of Central Wynwood. Another amazing side of this program that's never really been able to be done before is searching by zoning. For the commercial brokers, I'm a commercial broker, it's very difficult to search by zoning. You have to look at the overlay maps and kind of figure out what properties are where, what makes sense. Here I typed in T5. You can see it's a spotty zoning in Wynwood. But when I type in T5, it shows me all the properties that zoning applies to. And I can do all, again, the same statistics. I can see what properties are available, what's sold, what is selling, the price trends, the rental trends, everything. City of Miami is using our program right now. They're using both sides. We have two programs, a zoning application and the application I'm showing you now, which is called Scout. City of Miami is using both. And so you kind of really realize how accurate the data is. if the city is relying on it. Finally, we have a folder and a sharing capability. So all these searches you're doing, you can save. You can archive them into folders. You can create reports in your folders and share these links with your customers and clients. They can access this anytime. They don't need to be a member of Gridics or Scout. They can log in and see everything you're doing. It can send out email notifications if anything changes, if there's new rentals. You can set it weekly, monthly, or as it happens. Soon we'll have one-click reports. All this data I'm showing you is easily exportable into PDF reports. So you can make a report as small as 1 page and up to 50 pages, as in-depth as you want, with all these graphs, charts, and data that I'm showing you today. Creating a Gridics account is easy. Just go to gridics.com. You'll see our main landing page. It will explain the 2 different programs. The program I showed you today is called Scout. So go through and follow the prompts to create a Scout account. With the Miami MLS, we have an exclusive deal to provide Plus for free. So all Miami MLS, Broward MLS users get Plus for free. And we have a steep discount for the Pro users, which will be $89 per month. And if you're not an MLS member, that's $250 per month. So it's a big discount and a big benefit for the Miami MLS. And that's it. That's Gridics.